And welcome back to episode 211 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings, and I'm here with my point man and co-host, Malcolm. Look like my nose is connected to my glasses. King.
Stupid. About time you hit me with something. That motherfucker been rusty the past 20 or 30.
Man,
God
I've been
damn. I
missing
like
like a
that.
motherfucker, but shooters
I
gotta
like that.
shoot.
That's funny. You're stupid. I like that. That's a good one. My nigga. What's going on, fellas?
Shit,
Man, another
we
week.
coolin'.
Yeah,
I got my guy CT Ski in the building. What's happening?
See,
man.
T-ski.
Where we gonna start with, man?
Yeah, what we starting with, Cliff? What's up? Talk to
Patty's
me.
on a bye week, so I can't even hop down their throat immediately.
Patty boys.
Immediately, like we have been the past couple episodes. But
Oh, yeah, let me grab this. I'm here. I'm just grabbing this little thing real quick out the
Yeah.
car.
Who was on the bye week?
y'all was.
No, we was not.
Mm.
Who y'all play?
Washington.
Y'all play Washington?
Mm.
And lost.
Of course y'all lost.
I'm sick.
Of course y'all lost, though. And I'm not saying on the hater shit. Washington almost beat us twice.
I was completely unprepared. I didn't see that at all. And Lord knows I ain't watched that motherfucker.
Well, there's no need to. You know what I mean? There's
We
not
were-
even no
lost.
need to.
Lost by 3.
Oh, did y'all? That's not bad, then. What's the
Wait,
That's
did
not bad.
We ain't got no weapons right now. I mean,
Y'all don't
Stevenson
utilize them, CT.
Stevenson had like a 70-yard run touchdown. But other
Zeke.
than that, I felt we
Stevenson.
didn't even. Stevenson,
Juju.
Nah, I'm sorry, I mean to interrupt.
he's not number one though.
Okay, CT. Mike Gesicki, Hunter Henry. These guys were dogs on their teams before they came to y'all. What's the issue?
You see why we
Yeah.
got them though.
I mean, I don't want to say no weapon that y'all
Right,
have.
that's my thing. It's not no because to be honest
don't act
with
like
you,
Gesicki was a dog in Miami. No,
he was though. He for the role he played. Yeah, was he not the? I'm not
Who's
like
y'all's
saying
last
that.
great wide receiver?
Right, Gronkowski.
He's a tight
Edelman.
end.
Oh,
So,
I'm
Edelman?
high. I'm high.
Okay.
Edelman. I'm going Drew Edelman. Yeah, Super Bowl MVP.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
I like Edelman. I definitely like Edelman, but I'm just thinking like, okay, Edelman stacked up to the top wide receivers of his time.
3 Super Bowls.
but also CT. Okay, but CT, and this is just something that they talked about the other day about Josh McDaniels on the one of the shows or podcast. You got to think, CT. I'm not trying to hate. A lot of motherfuckers, to an extent, were made to look great playing with that man that wore 12. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying these guys weren't good. I'm not hating. Y'all know what I'm getting at. When you
were
got a Tom
carried.
Brady, it's a cheat code.
Yeah,
It's a
you
good
were
carry.
carried.
So I guess what I'm getting at is I don't remember where I was going, to be honest with y'all.
He brought
But-
Gronk out
Well-
of retirement. Like you
The
gotta
tight end
see,
situation,
like,
is that what we...
No, well, real quick to my point is with or who'd you say? Who the fuck did you say?
He said Edelman. Julian Edelman.
Okay, Edelman being your number one
The last
receiver.
best.
That was the whole Patriots. The question that everybody asked basically is how can Belichick continue to get it done with subpar receivers?
And
I'm not calling Edelman subpar. I'm just saying with who you, and the question is
Right.
who you played with. It was Tom Brady. Tom Brady made you look better.
Exactly.
'cause
Cheat
he put
code.
balls where they needed to be.
Cheat code.
Now they were expecting that Belichick would keep that same energy,
Kinda
where he
culture.
could
Mhm.
use not subpar, but the tight ends that
The same scheme.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, just to generalize it, yeah, the same scheme.
But they
You know
just
how-
lost a lot. Like Devin McCourty retired. Like it was just so much that happened, man.
You know
Like,
how some people still dress in past times, and you be like, "Motherfucker, it's 2023. What the fuck you still?" That's Bill Belichick. He's stuck in his ways. He, like you said, Cliff, he likes to stick to a certain formula, bro. You got to switch the formula up.
And, no,
or something.
I
yeah, we
don't
got to
think they-
draft some key players.
You know what I'm
or
saying,
trade for a
CT?
high player. I don't know what he's
Right,
thinking.
yeah, I don't think that it's a situation where you at
gotta
least have
pay
to
some
get
of
over
these
that.
guys.
You at least have to get over that quarterback hump
Mhm.
because you're not gonna find another Brady no time soon.
No
And
time.
it's
son.
I
not
like
that-
Mac.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not that Mac is
He's
a
got
bad
potential.
quarterback, but he was expected to develop immediately on ball. And when you make a quarterback do that, you have to allow them more time to get into
He just needs a great either QB coach or offensive
Man, we don't
coordinator.
got no AJ Brown, Devontae Adams type of
But it's
receiver,
not.
man.
Hold on though. Okay,
We don't
And
even
I-
got a Devontae Smith.
and I understand that, but
That's what you mean, but like,
But it's a
not-
lot of teams that
they don't either. A lot of teams don't have that. The
What do
Raiders
you
don't
mean? A
have. I
lot
mean,
of
you got
teams-
Devontae Smith.
You got
I mean,
Stephon Diggs and
or, Devontae
Davis.
Adams.
You got
Well, yeah, the top
JJ.
teams.
You got.
right. But
You
CT.
got Chase.
Oh,
and you got
I get
Higgins.
it now. I think I'm understanding exactly what's going on. The Patriots won so much with Tom Brady; these motherfuckers is spoiled, is what it is.
Right.
I'm just saying we don't got no names that stand out. It's just
But
no.
CT, we talked about this the past couple weeks. Y'all, this is one thing I do respect about the Pats, okay? Y'all motherfuckers, bruh, have turned nobodies into somebody's. Deion Branch, a former MVP for your Pats in the Super
Oh
Bowl.
my God, these
All I'm
times
saying-
is different.
Cliff, CT, hear me out. This nigga wasn't like you're naming some of these guys. He wasn't in that league, but he damn near was in that league because he had a Tom Brady, luckily, who was a cheat code, so he got his touches, his passes, and he did his thing. But he didn't come in there as a big name, is what I'm saying. What I'm getting at is y'all work with non-household names and have turned them into fucking superstars. We've seen
The
it.
era is
CT.
over,
It
bro.
it can be recreated, but it
Thank
just
you.
comes down to the fact that
Thank you.
you can't have a conductor of a train like Tom Brady and then bring in a brand new guy who hasn't even gone through training and put him in that same train on that same track. He's gonna crash that train. He's
Hey,
gonna
CT.
crash that train. So
Say CT, you don't see the Packers
If he
complaining.
give him some weapons,
CT, nope, I don't want to hear that. Cliff, do we hear the Packers complaining?
and I agree. But he does him as a young quarterback. He does need weapons. He does need
What weapons the
something.
Packers offense got?
they're losing too.
None.
They don't put up no
But the
points.
only
What are you
difference is,
talking
like we
about?
talked
Like,
about,
Tell
they
him,
don't-
Cliff.
They don't
Tell
look
him.
good at all.
Jordan
Tell
Love
him.
sat for 6 years prior to getting into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't look no better than Mac Jones.
But you
Oh, he
have
looks
to-
better than
well,
that.
You have to
No, he
understand-
don't.
And you have to
Don't
understand.
look at the
I
Don't
would-
look at the tape. He only be having 200 yards some games.
I would
I mean, that happens. Jalen Hurts don't have 200 yards some games.
I would say this year they're comparable.
What?
Passing sometimes, not often.
When
but
AJ
just
Brown
sometimes you
got
don't.
125, you crazy. Stop playing. He
Shit,
got
That's what I'm
200
saying.
almost
it was
every
a lot
game.
of good quarterbacks that didn't throw over 200 this week.
Right, that's what I mean. It
This
happens.
week, but-
CT.
Defense has played good this week. Don't get me wrong. Like, especially that Cleveland Browns defense. Oh my God, they made that quarterback look crazy,
That was
terrible.
also
Like,
he was a rookie quarterback in his first
Right.
NFL start ever. That was expected.
that was
It could've
terrible.
been-
Right,
it could've been a
CT.
lot.
Don't be
I
trying
know
to.
they got zero.
I mean, the Bears
but it could've
quarterback.
been
This
a
is his
lot
first time
worse.
starting. And he
Lakers
don't
and
look that
Rockets?
worse. I mean, he
Okay.
don't look that bad.
Right, but everybody ain't.
Right.
Everybody ain't.
Mhm.
That doesn't happen often. You feel what I'm saying? That shit doesn't happen often. You weren't even expected to be a fucking starter at all. And in your rookie year, you got thrown in. That's one of those I don't
One-off
want to. I
situations.
don't want to say nothing crazy.
Man,
But
I
I was
seen
about
him
to say
get
that's
2
one of
first downs. I think that was it.
that's one of
Well, we
them
already.
team manager situations. Getting in on the last game of the
Uh,
season and hitting a 3. You don't see it all the time.
no, you don't.
So you
Should
can't
we see it
expect
more?
that the Cardinals guy is going to just come in and be like, hell yeah. And Marquise Brown is your
Man,
number
you
one
can.
wide receiver?
Y'all
Yeah.
traded away Dobbs for this.
Right. That's really what you ask yourself.
And he went and got a dub. But we can probably talk about that later, yeah.
But again, that goes back to Mac Jones. That's what you signed up for. And I hope when you pitch that to the managers in the room, you said, understand that this is a youngin', a youngin' right here.
They were
He's
showing the
not going to
tape.
be ready immediately.
Nobody's getting open. I promise. Like, it's so ugly. Like,
Oh yeah, no, like you said, the D
Kendrick's
was definitely
out too.
doing
He's
their
out
job.
for the season. Like you said, his injuries and stuff played a big part. Like, Gonzalez is out for the season. I think Judon's done for the season.
Oh, you didn't switch back to the Pats.
But that's who we was talking about. You said Mac Jones, right?
No, I said even like Mac Jones,
okay.
You got to give them young guys. You got to give them a shot. Like it's not instant grits. You know what I'm saying? You can't just pop them in the microwave and they ready for you. You got to give the motherfucker a chance to let his water get boiling.
But he went from Pro Bowl. I mean, he went from a Pro Bowl player his first year, his rookie year, to now it's like they trying to bench my dude.
But I'm saying every year gets tougher for real.
It ain't his fault.
Every year there's more film. Every year Father Time is catching up to you.
Catching up.
You know what I'm saying?
You would think every year you would give me some wide receivers.
Well, that's not y'all's
MO. That's not y'all's MO, CT.
Give me one of them Alabama dudes I played with.
That's not your way. And I guarantee you know what's funny about it is Robert Kraft, and I even think Belichick was on side with it because that was around the time him and Brady was getting into their little situation. I honestly think that Garoppolo would have had a great situation there.
No.
Definitely. Definitely. Short yardage team. Your entire team is short yardage. Y'all ain't gunned the ball since Randy Moss. And you only did it then because you had to.
We did not have to. We was just having fun.
Randy doesn't want to just run them little ass 5-yard slants.
Randy had just left Oakland too. They said Randy was done.
Yeah, they sling it to me. That's exactly what he was saying at the time. I'm not about to keep running this little bullshit. Sling it to me. Just throw it. I'll go run under it.
We had Wes Welker, Gronk, Boyd.
And Wes wasn't out running no DB out there.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
One of them nasty routes.
Right, exactly. You'll lose me on your cuts for sure.
The CT, they had a cheat code.
But that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. You design your whole offense is designed off of quick short shit.
Tight ends, the double tight. Y'all love a double duo tight end. Y'all had Aaron Hernandez and Rob Gronkowski at the same time.
They was hoping to really have that duo, and
they didn't have it long term, but they had it the time they had it.
That duo might have been mean.
That might have been the best tight end if it had lasted.
We had Benjamin Watson.
Right, CT, y'all know. Right, y'all go.
But when you got Tom Brady, you can bring people in like. It's like, oh, that's Tom Brady. I'm about to go try to play there,
so
but nobody's trying to.
I'm saying. Now you get what I'm saying. So
you see, you can bring in AB for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because Tom Brady's there.
And you're not wrong either, CT. Because if you are going to allow a young quarterback like that to develop in the league, like Mac Jones and like Zach
Aiden
Wilson
O'Connell.
and shut the fuck up. Trevor Lawrence, all the people that were expected to be thrown in. It is always best. It is always, even Tua, it is always best to have some sort of, even if it's not a top tier wide receiver, you want some sort of veteran presence that knows how to make that quarterback's job easier.
That's why they
You
grabbed
see what they
AJ.
gave? You see what they gave Trevor Lawrence? Like Calvin Ridley,
And to
like
CT's point,
Ingram,
I don't know that the
Christian
receiving
Kirk.
core that they currently have are the
But-
guys that are working to make the
But Bill
quarterback's
Belichick-
job easier.
It's an F
But
grade.
Bill Belichick, see the
I
thing
wouldn't
about
say
Bill,
that, but
and this is
It's an
more
F grade.
this is more of Bill Belichick's pride. He wants to win his way.
mhm,
You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
So while
I
it may
agree with
make
that as well.
sense to do this, he's like, I've won before. Doing it my way, I'm gonna do it again. That's his
Yeah, I
problem.
When's the
agree with
last
that as
time
well.
Devontae Parker had a full healthy season? Never.
Well, what's
Come
I say
on.
about y'all's training staff? Y'all's
I mean, some
It is not
motherfuckers
about
is
the
just brittle. Like,
See how I hit you with some
You
shit,
try to
CT?
blame-
See how I hit you with some bullshit, some
You try to hit
blindside you
us
some
up.
shit?
Hit us
Yeah, some
way below
motherfuckers
under
is
the
just
belt.
brittle,
Hit us
like-
low. Hit us real low. He trying to bring my training
The
staff.
training staff up in
He
it.
tried to
Ball
get everybody-
boy.
I
the
mean,
The
ball
ball boy ain't right.
y'all was annoying
You
as fuck for a very long time. So
I know. So now it's
Anyway,
just good to laugh.
yeah.
Laugh now.
any way
Yeah.
to get it, y'all fucking Patriots.
We bring
You right
in
though,
Gesicki
CT.
and Devontae Parker like that's gonna change. Oh, but then we wait last minute to get it Zeke like that was gonna change something.
No,
I mean,
I don't know what
I
that
was.
do, I do think that Zeke. I think that if Zeke does nothing
We
else,
couldn't even trade for Zeke before the deadline. Nobody wants him.
That was y'all's homeboy.
And you don't think he ain't got some juice left?
No. Did the
Man.
Cowboys think
Cliff,
so?
the question is, do you think he got some juice left? Because
Did
the
the Cowboys
man's
think
31
so?
years old. The
Yeah,
running
like-
back shelf life.
Yeah,
the man's
yeah, no.
31.
Yeah,
And
no,
they-
he'd never be
the
my
game has
starter.
changed.
He'd never be my starter, but he'd be my, like you said, like how the Bills use Latavius Murray.
No,
I mean,
he don't
Cliff,
even
they-
look like Latavius Murray. He
But
does
Cliff,
not
you know
look
it's
like-
harsh. But you know it's harsh. No one after the Chiefs. You ain't seen no Le'Veon Bell. You hearing about him on his podcast. You hearing about him
And that's
talking and shit.
exactly about
But
to
you don't,
happen.
I'm not saying he still don't got it. I feel like he still got the juice. Is what I'm saying. I'd rather sign him before I sign Zeke right now.
But
Right now.
see, the issue is, I would be more comfortable with Zeke lowering his shoulder and hitting a hole than I would Le'Veon Bell.
Fuck that. That nigga's juking to the man. Y'all seen
But
that,
that's
man?
what I'm saying. That's the first thing that goes when you get old. Your cuts, your agility, your speed.
You're right,
I'd
but
much
he.
rather a
only
powerhouse
had-
be old, because all I need you to do is run straight. Run straight forward. Than a
But at
guy
the-
who's going to be dancing around the backfield. Like,
I mean, but
got young
LaShawn
cats for
McCoy
that.
did it. LaShawn McCoy did it for a while. You know what I'm saying?
He
And when he
did.
ended his, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, shifty as fuck, boy,
He did.
shifty. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, up to the end, he
He
was,
was
you know what I'm
giving
saying?
motherfuckers crazy work.
Bruh.
He was
He said I gave him that
crazy.
crazy work.
And I know this is old and this is not really relevant to what we were talking about, and I'm gonna say it and let it go. But like I said, when we had Chip Kelly and he got rid of fucking LaShawn McCoy,
And Deshaun Jackson.
DeShante, yeah, I was like, what the fuck? But yeah,
It was
anyways.
like, damn, you got and who
He was
your
in his
quarterback
prime,
at
and he
the
got rid of
time?
him. Vic was the quarterback. It was Vic. It was Mike.
It was Vic.
We was rolling. We was
It
rolling.
was when Vic came back.
We was rolling.
We
He
even
was
traded
rolling.
Jacoby. We traded Jacoby Myers to the Raiders.
But a
Like-
lot of, but look at the
That
Titans.
was dumb. That was dumb.
CT. They gave us AJ
That
Brown
was
for like
dumb.
a third round pick, bro.
What are we doing, bro? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what is.
A lot of teams,
going on.
y'all might be in the rebuilding state. Y'all got, you know
Listen,
what? Bill Belichick does like picks. If he's gonna trade, he doesn't trade for a player or
And
big
I
name
get
players.
it.
He
You
likes
know what I'm
picks.
saying? Belichick is a sugar daddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I much rather have the youngin that I can mold into what I need. them
Anthony
to be,
Gonzalez.
as opposed to the guy who already is what he is. I don't
He
need
can't-
that. I'll
Wh-
get the young
what-
guy.
What people say? Once you get to a certain point, you're already in your
You know
in your
what?
ways.
That's the
You know?
interesting. That's interesting in itself.
What?
I lost the thought.
But we talked
I
about. We
lost
talked
the
about.
thought.
We
I
talked
got it,
about.
but I don't got how it popped in my mind.
But Belichick wants to mold guys. I think I agree. Rather than try to shift your mindset as an older vet because you're typically already in your, your ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
That means he might be having to get out on his way out.
Who?
Bill, we need somebody else that's going to adjust to this.
Fuck that. He just renewed the contract. He just renewed that. He's locked in,
You
bro.
know what?
But he can still retire anytime.
I think it's quite possible with the talent that we're seeing currently in the way that the NFL is structured, like penalty-wise. I think we can see a dominant rookie team win it all. I do.
Over Patty now?
Not currently, not like right now, but I'm saying like in the near future, I think you'll see something like that happen.
The way some of these rookie
dominant team winning it all. And I know that's never been done. A rookie quarterback never, winning the bowl.
Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? No.
Of course that's the case.
That's my whole thing about it, though.
But another thing to throw in, and this might be a low blow, but now that sports betting is likely, you never know what may happen with Vegas involved.
Yeah.
These too many teams with two wide receivers. It's like you got to have two good wide receivers for sure.
But you don't.
And some of them have a good wide receiver and a good tight end. So it's like, man.
No, I agree with Mal. It would be nice to have, but you don't need it.
Look at Patty. He got Travis Kelce. But outside of that, wide receiver-wise, he don't got no dogs. But
he makes some of them guys look good, though.
But it's also youngins coming up every year that motherfuckers didn't expect to go off that's going off. Look at Nico Collins.
Look
at Josh Downs.
Puka Nacua.
Right. Shut the fuck up.
Puka Nacua.
Damn. Yeah, right. But look at Josh Downs, and I was telling you about Josh Downs before he even started going off. I was saying he's somebody y'all just not need to watch.
Look out for him.
I'm telling you right now, Jalen Hyatt on the Giants. Once
you
they
did say
recognize that he's one of them guys, you're gonna start hearing his name a lot more than you hear it currently. There's always that up and comer that's coming up. It's always the case.
That you can't predict.
And nowadays, a wide receiver is a dime a dozen. Spit in the air, and you'll land on the next wide receiver going to the draft.
Yeah, it's a very wide receiver era right now.
Right.
It definitely
That's what I'm saying. You need two at least.
I mean, you don't need to. You need at least
and
one.
A good tight end.
And a good tight end. Exactly.
If you got a good tight end like Travis Kelce, that's like two receivers by itself.
All right, well.
But Travis Kelce isn't a dime a dozen. He's
not. He might be the best tight end of all time.
Well, here's the thing, to be honest, and again, I like Travis Kelce. I'm not trying to hate. I do give credit. But you're playing with Patty Mahomes.
Right.
You should be. What I'm getting at is if Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, name some of the other tight ends that are George Kittle. I would expect them to be Travis Kelce.
If Jalen Hurts never wanted to cross the line, you would see Goddard.
You even see the
stats.
49ers got who they got.
Chase
Brandon
Young?
And
you're talking about them on offense? Okay.
Yeah, offense. Like
okay.
Debo Samuel.
And they lose, and they've been losing.
Nah, think about what I said though. If Jalen Hurts never wanted to cross the line, if he never wanted to run the ball, think about the stats Dallas Goedert would have.
None. He'd be nobody.
A lot.
No, he had.
Right. I'm high.
He's not trying to run. I'm gonna dump it off to the
his usage.
Guy
his usage would be crazy.
Always
way
gonna
higher.
Be Kelce on the Chiefs.
Right.
I'm gonna give time for the routes to develop, but if I don't see nothing, here, Kelce, take it.
It's no different. It's like it's safety net. Just like 2K. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Motherfucker got a safety net. I'm when in doubt, pass it to Cliff. Where you at, Cliff? What's the icon? I'm about to hit you. You know what I mean? No, that's just real CT safety.
You can go down the list of teams. You can go to Michael Thomas and you can go to Chris Olave. You can go to You can go down a list of full of teams, bro. Like
How many of them teams are winning though? Saints don't win like that. What's their record?
they've been winning. What?
Listen,
But what's their record?
what motherfuckers? I
For
think
5-3, 6-2. What?
5-4. I mean, that's all right.
I think what
5-4?
motherfuckers don't understand is though it's hard to find a good quarterback wide receiver combo.
It is.
It's harder than you think. Like you can't just plug somebody in there
Can't
and
force
expect for
it.
them. Just like perfect example, I'll use my team, Derek Carr and Devontae Adams. What was I saying the whole time? But when I said he's coming, this is not Fresno State. It's not that. It's not the same situation. It's not a lot of people that can just come out and think about it. That's why.
But even then, they have Waller.
But
like,
beyond
y'all had
that,
Kobe.
beyond that,
Jacoby then,
that's
but
why you see teams willing to say, you know what? Let me get the wide receiver to pair with my quarterback. Let me get ETN for Trevor Lawrence. Let me get Jamar Chase for Joe Burrow. Let me get somebody that we know has a connection. They're gonna be able to. But it's
that's
not.
crazy.
It's hard to
we
just
would
shuffle the
take
deck
Tyler
and hope
Boyd.
you get. You said what?
We would take Tyler Boyd. He'll be our number one.
You would take Tyler Boyd. Well, Tyler Boyd's not bad.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even got a player like him.
But it's sacrifices, right? It's sacrifices. Cincinnati's not worried about their defense like New England is.
I swear.
So they sacrifice their defense to bulk up on their offense. And that's why you see T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase. You see their whole shit stacked.
You see Tyreek Hill and Waddle and
We'll see. That was a shocker.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That
we
was a
can't get
shocker.
nobody.
And I don't know if I could be wrong. I would like Q to be here to say that. I don't know that Miami, not saying that Waddle isn't couldn't be a wide receiver one, but I don't think Miami ever had that intention for him to be.
What, his rookie year, he set record
But I don't think that they ever had
without Tyreek.
I think they were always going to. I guess that's a bit to your point. I think they were always going to look for his counterpart.
No, I think he was the number one after getting 8.
Not with Tyreek there. And why would you go for Tyreek? Why would you go for Tyreek if your plan all along was for Waddle to be a one?
Because you're trying to win a Super Bowl. You can't pass that up.
No, I agree with that.
And it shows.
I agree with that.
And to pair them up together, oh my God, that's what I'm saying. Like, God, dog.
Yeah, no, you got the 2 fastest wide receivers in the league on the same squad.
with Mostert, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
It's crazy. We can't get nothing like that.
Right.
Teams got like trios.
Who the fuck wants to be in New England without Brady, though?
I swear when it get cold as shit.
You know, like, why would I want to, and even beyond it, I don't care if it's a bright summer day, I'm going to want to be in New England?
Yeah, I know. I know nobody do for sure.
That's why Belichick had all them white players, all them Edelmans and
but
Welkers and all them, because they was the ones who are comfortable there. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's not.
But Bill Belichick's supposed to be like the Phil Jackson of the NFL. So, you know what I'm saying? If people were smart.
He just had a once-in-a-generation type player. And that's what made it.
No, I wouldn't say Phil
move.
Jackson. I wouldn't say him because Phil Jackson's coached every great in his era other than LeBron James.
Yep. You're right.
Well, I don't mean as far as
do
the resume of the players. I meant the status of championships and winning. You know what I'm saying? Like being one of the best to do what you do. You know what I mean? And those are two of the names you hear in their respective careers a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, who you
Yeah.
gonna go with other than Bill?
But if you compare
What's
that,
his
Phil
name?
Jackson,
Lombardi.
that's like taking like Brady and then turning Mac Jones into Brady. That's what he did with like Jordan and Kobe.
And that's probably
So,
what he's trying to do.
Right.
Let's
He's
keep
trying
it
to
a buck.
duplicate it. He's trying to duplicate it.
But here's the but. The big but about it is you're not going to be able to do it on the same plan,
Level.
the same game plan that Brady was doing. You have to adjust the track for the new conductor. Whether that means get him a veteran wide receiver that he can bail out to or something like that. You have to do something to assist this young man. You can't just expect him to hop into Brady's cleats and run the shit the same way. It doesn't work that way.
if he had an Alabama receiver with him, he'd be killing.
It's not necessarily an Alabama receiver. I mean, it's just a receiver. Like Cliff said, there's a lot of dark horses that maybe didn't go to the greatest schools or the best of the best in the you know what I'm saying, that are dogs.
You can always find a receiver.
You're just saying that, CT, because you see it happening. But what you don't realize is the whole NFL's doing that, not just with Alabama players. Like if dudes got chemistry or played together before or whatever, like they're trying to create that.
No,
they're trying
it's
to duplicate.
for sure. It's for sure. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
I'm
trios
telling
in
you,
the
it's
league,
hard to
though.
shuffle the deck and put a quarterback and a wide receiver together, and it just works.
Right.
Unless, like it's very hard to do that, even when wide
unless
receivers
you're Purdy.
Look at.
Unless you're Purdy. Well, I
Purdy
think he
kid.
was just somebody that stepped in and was available and showed up. But
Came in at the right time on the right team.
Right. But it wasn't a situation where he was like paired with anyone or expected to do. You got to think about all the busts that take place.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the
I'm just
busts
saying,
have
like,
weapons,
as a quarterback,
but it just doesn't work.
For sure. I was just saying, as a quarterback, he stepped into the right situation. I wish.
No, he definitely did. He's one of the people that for sure. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go through like a rebuilding team. You know what I'm saying?
Hell
like,
no.
A lot
but that's
of
just right
teams.
place at right time, and that's. I mean, everybody gets their luck at it, or gets their. You know what I mean? Look at the Bengals before. Look at the Bengals before Joe Burrow and Chase and all them. T. Higgins. Really think about it.
Right.
What was we saying about them?
Andy Dalton.
Right.
The last
Come on now.
closest time they had was Carson Palmer when he broke his leg.
Chad Johnson, TJ
Houshmandzadeh together like that. I'm just saying, but like I'm talking about nowadays, they putting team like that when they got them. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna go get T. Higgins. We're gonna keep Tyler Boyd. So you know what I'm saying? You ain't even Joe Mix.
I follow you now. I get why you're upset, because you feel like Belichick doesn't do that. He doesn't look to. That's why you said an Alabama receiver, because Mac Jones was there. It would have made sense.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I'm following you. Know what I'm saying? I get it.
We're going to go get a defensive lineman or something. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go get a linebacker. Like, we don't need that.
I get it.
Belichick, but y'all always knew that Belichick's been a more defensive-minded coach rather than offense. So, of course.
But that's what I said. He has to adjust to now.
But that's what I said. I'm not saying I disagree. He does have to adjust. But Belichick wants to, once again, win his way. He wants to win using his formula.
You know what, though? To play devil's advocate for Belichick, and we're going to move on after we wrap up the conversation, but to play devil's advocate for Belichick, I don't know that they wouldn't have had decent success a lot of the years if they would have had a healthy team.
Yeah.
Like, I do believe that defense is the most important part of the game. If you have a defense that motherfuckers can't score on, it's hard for you to get beat.
Sure.
You can only tie at that point. So I don't care if my quarterback is a rookie. I don't care if my quarterback does make mistakes. I still have confidence we will win the game this way. It's just been very coincidental, bad luckish, all of the above.
I think the last Super Bowl we won 9-3. So yeah, our defense was you had Gilmore and them. They wanted to come there because of Brady and them. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to come there now.
So maybe it's not that he's doing it wrong. It's just been the luck of the draw for him. Maybe not only is Brady possibly the best quarterback to ever do it, but his good luck charm as well.
He elevated everybody around him on every level.
Everybody, like,
It was a cheat code. That's considered, just like
Yeah,
LeBron on the team.
I'm not
for sure.
I'm not against
Good
saying
comparison.
that. And I'm not against the comparison you made either. But let's wrap up.
It's gonna be
Pats.
dark days. Yep.
I can't
Wrap
believe it. I forgot all about that game too.
Who won the pick'ems?
You already know
Mal-
CT Ski. Yeah. You already know CT Ski.
So
Yeah.
Mark is
Yeah.
one game back. Or,
Back-to-back weeks.
half a game back for me.
With the
Back-to-back
pick'ems
weeks.
and the fantasy football, I'm on the revenge tour. Last week was a CT ass whooping. This week about to be Cliff on the fantasy football. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a revenge tour in every competition
fuck
right
that.
now.
And that football gonna be ugly, but I'm squeaking out.
I had to
Vic.
get a win on fantasy. I had to.
I snuck by last week. I'd take
You
that
did too. I saw that
I got Baker this week. I got Tua and Jalen out. So
yeah, it's gonna be tough for all of us.
Yeah, them bye weeks hurt.
Bro, right.
But yeah, we'll move on to the Raiders Giants victory, and I don't really have much on it for real.
Why not?
Well, I do have stuff to say, but I'm saying like I'm not overly hype about the victory at all.
Okay.
I called the Raiders even in the pick'ems. The only thing that I want to bring up is that the defense looked completely different under Antonio Pierce. I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know if he gave him a raise and said, I'll give you a bonus out of my own paycheck. But they were moving at a different speed that I did not see them move with under Josh McDaniels. I feel like that was evident.
It's all about going out, just that extra boost or just that extra talk or speech from that coach can do it.
That was evident. Another thing that I wanted to point out about the game is Josh Jacobs got 26 carries that game.
Yes, sir. Looked good for me in fantasy last week.
Right. So it almost got to the point that I feel like Pierce noticed, why are you using him different than you did previously? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. Like, he noticed, like, that doesn't make sense. Let's switch it back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was running
Max
downfield.
Crosby had three sacks.
Everything was different. Everything is different. And I'm not saying that the Giants is the best team. They sitting at 2-7 now. But just to see that was kind of like, I figured Josh was an issue. And that was my confirmation.
Danny Jones tore his ACL. He's done for the year.
Yeah, man. Everybody go. That's why I said everybody. It's anybody's game right now. Motherfuckers going out left and right. Stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
You are right. Raiders only 4-5.
Right.
They're still in the fight. Yeah.
They only 4-5, and this is only Aiden's second start of the season.
Right.
Never know. You never fucking know. With the way Vegas is playing these games out, and I'm really starting to think they got hands in the way these games is playing out.
Oh, you know it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see Vegas start coming back looking a little better.
Mm-hmm.
With a rookie quarterback, and he's the next
he just start finding Devontae out of nowhere.
Yeah, he got to. He got to, because that game, I think Trey Tucker was the leading receiver, and he only had 52 yards. 2 receptions, 52 yards.
Yeah, Devontae didn't do nothing.
Spread that ball out.
Well, that was the issue, is that he was spreading the ball out.
I meant like
run the ball out.
Well, I meant to Devontae's defense, like if you're gonna spread the ball spread the ball, but make
Right.
sure your main target is
It's me,
Devontae.
right? Make sure, right, evenly distributed and
Mm-hmm.
evenly, like everybody getting like 3 receptions isn't even distribution when you have a Devontae Adams on your squad.
Mm-hmm.
He
Right.
has to have double the next motherfucker in
Right.
line.
And it might
Double.
not seem fair, but it's fair. You know what I
It
mean? This is
is,
the guy. This
especially if
is
you
the
want to
guy.
win.
Right. Y'all know why we brought him in. You know?
Yeah,
Let him
but
do what he's known for.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see what they do next. They got the Jets next.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna need that defense to be just as hyped, just as energized as they was last game. If they want to make something happen against the Jets, because they can
I
get
can
over
definitely
on
see
them
it.
on the defensive side.
I mean,
Offensively, it's gonna be tough for Aiden to pull that one out.
I mean,
No,
I
I
already
think
got
they
the I
could
already got the
easily.
crystal ball.
Yeah.
You know, all right, I can tell you what's gonna happen before it happens with that game. You know what I mean? And then
Well,
you're gonna
Whoever
say
that
next
with the
week,
quarterback.
Jets, with the Jets.
yeah,
Well,
the
we'll
Jets and
wait.
the Raiders.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
you know what I
wait.
mean?
We'll
I
wait
already,
till
I already
pick'ems.
know.
Just
You
make
know?
sure you got your motherfucking monologue ready. When
Oh, my
we
stuff's already in the chats.
okay, all right.
Well, you know, my stuff's already in the chat.
But yeah, nah, it was just a good game. Good game. I don't know how much of it was new inspiration from a new coach or what it was.
Right.
It was
It
a
helped.
good game. I
It
can't say
helped.
much. Eagles, and that was a 30-6 victory. Raiders over Giants to my shower heads. But Eagles Cowboys
Yes, sir.
23-28 victory.
That
Are
was a
we
good game.
surprised? I didn't
Good
even
game
see the
for
game.
sure.
I was on the road, but
No, I'm
you
not
know,
surprised at all.
Dak played good. He stepped out on that
he
2-point
did. I looked at
He
his
conversion.
did.
stats. He did play good.
374 yards, 29
That's
for
for.
44.
But what
3
did I tell y'all
touchdowns,
was
1
going? I
CeeDee
said
Lamb was
our
killing it.
secondary, and he ain't getting no TD though. That's what's crazy. I don't think
Oh
I
no.
seen did he got a TD
No,
in that
CeeDee
game.
Lamb didn't get one.
Ferguson got one, I think.
He
Yeah,
did.
Tight
Jake
end.
Ferguson got one.
I need to check these speaking of stats. Let me look at this
Damn.
fan duel.
Man, I don't know why he be even on the field. Michael Gallup, he is
Listen, what I will say is I said it was going to take Bayard a little bit to get into the Eagle shit. Defense is defense, but it still take a minute to learn where you need to be. And he did get 9 total tackles, 5 for a loss, but no pass deflections, nothing. And Dak Prescott throwing 374 yards.
They always find a way to win. I don't know how.
They do. They always do. And they got I won't say lucky, but when they chose to review that Dak Prescott,
yeah,
where he got that extra point and he really stepped out of bounds, that was a momentum swing right there. That was a changer.
Sure.
That changed something. That definitely changed.
I think they got the ball back and they could have scored. They probably could have just scored a field goal.
It was a good call. Is all I'm saying.
But then they
I'm
had
happy
to go score the touchdown.
I don't like seeing motherfuckers just winning off of fluke shit. I'm glad that they reviewed that and saw he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah,
Right.
They review everything on those type of calls, so that's what.
But even when they review it, it don't always mean that the call get made right correctly.
9 times out of 10 it do.
I'd say more like 8.
You can't really mess those up.
We've seen them messed up before.
They show
at
that
least
that
1-2
that
a year
ankle
where
and
it's
feet,
like,
right.
Are you fucking serious? Like even after the review,
the toe taps and stuff. Now they be on that. They so many ways on that.
Yeah, usually them is the easiest to get. It's usually like the fumbles, the turnovers. Them you can't really. It's literally a gauntlet. It's gladiators.
Like, did he touch that
school.
white? Did he touch that white?
And especially what I'm talking about is on a recovery. Yeah, the whistle may be dead, but that don't mean the play stopped. You
Oh,
better
no.
keep fighting at the bottom of
For
that
that
pit
ball.
for that ball. Because whoever comes up with it, when they pull everybody off, is who they going to say has it. So fuck that
Real
whistle.
talk.
He
Real
said,
talk.
"Fuck that whistle."
Fuck that whistle. The play has just begun.
You know
right. Let him go.
You
Shit,
know?
They try
fuck.
to pull you
Oh, that's
off
right.
of
I'm
each
glad you
other.
said something. Let me
Listen.
get this together. Let me get my news articles together. That's what I was doing.
But yeah.
Yeah, AJ Brown had a game too, man.
Yeah, you know,
10 receptions, 66 yards, 1 touchdown. That touchdown was nice too.
Fuck the Cowgirls. If Liquor, if you listening, if you watching, yeah, what's up now?
Listen.
Talking all that shit. They always got all the Cowboys fans had an excuse.
Blowing up the chat last
Oh,
week.
Michael
Where
Parsons,
he at now? Quiet.
Michael Parsons hit Jalen Hurts.
I hear he banged him up. He's banged up, but we on the bye week.
Yeah,
he got him limping, but he's still pimping. You know what I mean? We on the bye week.
But didn't he have an issue with his knee prior to that game too?
Yeah, he already had. He already had a nagging,
and that's not the guy you want to take another hit from with it.
But that comes with the usage. Look how much they use him in the ways that they use him.
You're correct.
You know, just hits on hits just pile up. So,
and I'm a little nervous about it. Going into if we're going to try to hit the playoffs and make a run. I mean, that's a lot of,
If I was
abuse.
QB coach, I would honestly, and I think I've said this before. I actually got deja vu right as I was about to say it. If I was Jalen Hurts QB coach, I would show him Patty Mahomes. And I would say, you can do all the shit he do. You can do all the shit he do right now. You can do it. You're good enough to do it. So look at how he stops at the line as opposed to going into the, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Look how he sidearmed it instead of running the extra to do the juke to get. Look at all this. And you telling me you can't do that better than him?
I mean, but at the same time, that's just like trying to say, like tell Zach to look at Aaron when he, was watching film and in practice and stuff with Aaron. You could try to imitate it, you know what I mean? But you're not going to quite do it the exact same. But you know what I mean?
The point being, the moral of the story is stop putting yourself in dangerous positions. Look at how this quarterback avoids putting himself in dangerous positions. You're still young. You got a lot of ball left to play. Don't get hurt because you could have taken a step back as opposed to drop your shoulder and went forward.
Right.
I don't want you to be Patty Mahomes. You feel what I'm saying? I just want you to absorb the footage so you know what? That probably was smarter than what I did last week against the Titans or whatever the case may be.
Well,
And you got to boost a man's head up when you do that too. That's why you say, I know you can do it better than him.
Right.
And quite honestly, I don't disagree. I don't think that Jalen Hurts doesn't have any less tools than Patty Mahomes. It's just the way he uses them. He's naturally in his bag. He was a baseball player. So he's used to his arm rotating at different angles to get a ball out.
Right.
You're not. You were a power lifter. You were squatting.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, the mechanics is different. You know what I mean?
But that doesn't mean that you can't sidearm.
No, I do agree on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you still could sidearm.
And you may not even have to sidearm. You just have to know, let me not run this. Let me buy extra time.
Right.
Your feet are faster than Mahomes. You feel me?
Right.
So sidestep, backstep, forward step. Just get out of the way, but don't commit to the run and put yourself in risk. Because who's coming in for you? Marcus Mariota?
Right. Well, speaking of injuries, I forgot they said Dallas Goedert suffered a fractured forearm. He left that game. He's expected to have surgery and miss about 4 weeks. That's kind of a tough loss.
Like you could play on that, and I bet you will see him play on that earlier than he should.
I mean, I don't want him to come back too soon, but sooner than he needs to.
I can see him definitely coming back sooner than expected off of a fractured forearm.
Right.
Because all they probably going to do to it is just screw it, like put screws in it so it doesn't separate and it molds back. But
Yeah.
that's going to be a pain tolerance injury more than a risk of further injury. You know what I'm saying? Unless you land on it wrong or something that can't be avoided, that's going to be a pain tolerance issue.
Right. No, you're right.
So you going to see him back before he probably should be back. Who's y'all's backup?
Marcus Mariota, like you said,
No. Tight end.
Oh shit. Let me see.
They got a lot of those.
I got some other dude is mediocre. Let me see.
I want to say y'all got a rookie, didn't y'all?
We got Jack Stoll, Stoll.
Is that
That's
the
our
rookie?
backup. He might be.
Yeah, because I've never heard of him.
Grant Kakatera and Albert Okowie Gabonunum and Jack Stoll.
Then that might not. I don't know. It sounds like it's a couple niggas I ain't never heard of. That could be the rookie.
So,
But
slim pickings.
I mean, but
Slim
you never
pickings.
know though. You never know because it goes the same for tight ends as it does for wide receivers.
Right.
Maybe even more so, right? Because a good wide receiver, you want to be big enough so they can still handle the blocks, all that, but still be agile enough and with good enough hands that they can run routes and pull a ball in. It's a lot of in-between players that are too big to play wide receiver, but too small to play tight end, and you have to end up bulking them up to get them there. All I'm getting at is the 2s and the 3s and the tight ends may be deeper than the 2s and the 3s of the wide receivers. As far as talent goes, at least. This man may not be able to block as well as Dallas Goedert did, but I bet his hands are pretty comparable, if not his feet a little faster. You know what I'm saying?
And one
that
could
tight end
hope.
spot is an in-between spot where you see a lot of wide receivers falling into it because it's not a spot on the roster for you, or a tight end that can lose a little weight and they like, we don't want to pay you to be a wide receiver, i.e. Evan Ingram. That's an in-between spot, kind of like that power forward. You're too small to play center and you ain't fast enough to play small forward. We'll put you at the power.
With no power.
I said too tall. I meant too short to play center. I think I said.
You knew what you meant.
Yeah, definitely think I said that backwards. But nonetheless, that was a good win by the Eagles. And another reason why I knew Kevin Byard was just out there doing what he could is because the 9 total tackles, 5 solo, and Cowboys only had a total of 73 rushing yards. He was like, I don't know where you need me to be on coverage, but I'm a crash that motherfucker hole. If I see them coming, I'm in on the tackle.
Hey, listen.
But the only motherfucker with a deflection was Darius Slay had 1 and Reed Blankenship had 2. Everything else was either incompletes or Dak getting his yards.
Yeah, Dak went off stat-wise.
But I do think it's a good look for y'all regardless. Like getting Kevin Byard, just because right now it's going to take him some time before he gets comfortable. But once he does, it's going to be a problem for a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, and I like how Reed Blankenship's starting to slowly come up.
Love Reed.
Him. I like him.
Love Reed.
He's got some grit. Yeah. He seems like he's pretty like over the field.
He'll hit. His hands is good enough.
Right,
to catch.
his hands
he
is
got speed. I like Reed. And I bet.
Hell yeah.
And I bet, cause see the racism. I won't say racism. The prejudice, I'll say, happens in reverse as well. I guarantee you that Reed Blankenship was approached at least twice as with them debating on if he should put on weight and drop the linebacker.
Mm.
I guarantee it.
Right, because they don't usually.
You a white safety, we might want you at the linebacker spot.
Right.
And imagine what would have happened if you didn't put him there. He's been the heart of the defense, the DBs.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I like him.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I like him. He's solid. He's starting to come into his own.
Yeah, no, that's a good grab.
So I think if they can start gelling together and really starting to put things together and just
right,
shit, might be all
The
right.
question is though, I feel like. So what do you move Reed over to the free safety, put Byard at the strong?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe if.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I was gonna say maybe because it seems like you said Byard likes to play up on the ball more.
He likes to hit a little bit more. But the only issue I have with that is Reed is pretty aggressive as well. You know what I'm saying? For you to be a free safety, you gotta get rid of all that aggression and pull back into coverage.
Right.
I'm doing my job right if I don't make a hit. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I see Reed like biting on balls and shit. That could be an issue. I mean,
yeah, he does sometimes. He does jump the ball sometimes.
Yeah, he's an aggressive kind of player. I think naturally he is more of a strong than a free. But you definitely can't put Byard at the free.
No, not if he.
That's not happening.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, nah. No, that makes sense. I could see them doing that if that's.
But you need both of them on the field at the same time, which is why I say that.
No, you do.
Yeah, you don't want to sacrifice that talent by sitting one because they both in the same position.
Right. You gotta. Right.
One of you has to conform to what we need, and I would probably trust it to be Reed more than I would Kevin.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But,
right.
Like CT said, y'all squeaking out wins, and it's only up from here with like the pickups and the way your offense is looking. As long as there's no major injury, it's up from here.
Well, we got the Chiefs when we do come back after this bye, so that's going to be a real test, obviously, because
but it's just a test as well,
right?
And remember,
that's all exactly.
Like I said, the worst thing y'all can do is blow y'all's load. Show them everything y'all got offensively. Show them all of your schemes. You don't want to do that.
Right.
I'd rather y'all take the loss and just stay close than show them everything to get the win.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep some in the gas tank for later. Keep them guessing.
I'm interested to see what Sirianni does in this situation.
The rematch, man.
I'm interested to see. I hope he doesn't get too aggressive.
Right.
Because
he's a young guy too. He's a young guy too. He's a young guy. We just lost to him, so it's very possible that he,
And I would listen. And I know that all too well. That was my number one issue in fighting. Is if I thought I tasted blood, I'll blow my load, and I'm gonna be tired for the next couple. You got me in the next couple. If I didn't take you out, it's over for me. I gotta get my win back before, or I lost because I blew it. But yeah, I'm interested to see how he plays that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Dolphins Chiefs Germany game 21-14.
I had my money on the fucking Dolphins, man.
Yeah, I did
some
too.
reason.
And the Chiefs was on one. But I think it was you that said last week, CT, did you say that the Chiefs was there early?
Mm-hmm.
That means something when it comes to them out-of-country games. It really fucking does. And I'm not saying the Chiefs couldn't have beaten the Dolphins head up, in the States. But that really does mean something when you got time to get there prior.
Get adjusted.
We didn't see teams that we didn't expect to get the win. Jacksonville got the win over there. Who did they play? That might have been, who's that? Atlanta and
Lamar.
Was it the Ravens? I don't think it was the Ravens. It
I
was
know
the
they
Toy
beat
Story.
Atlanta, and then
It was the Toy Story
but I
episode. Who
think
was
that
that?
that was Jacksonville and Atlanta. But I think that they
Mhm.
played prior as well.
Who?
Jacksonville.
Yeah, they stayed there twice.
Yeah, they played 2 games there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I can't remember the first. You might be right. It might have been the Ravens. But all I'm getting at is it's safe to say for all my shower heads, if you betting on an overseas game, go with the team who got there first.
For sure.
Real shit though. Go with the team who got there first.
Yeah, that shit seemed to make a difference.
It definitely does. But they came out there on one. It was 21-0 at the end of the first half. Dolphins came back and got them 2 touchdowns in the second half.
That's what I heard because Foles was texting me like, "Yeah, we starting to look good now." I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They made Tyreek fumble before the end of the half and ran a touchdown in. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then the last play of the game, Tua fumbled the snap.
Did he?
That might have been more on the snapper.
On the center?
Yeah, it was both of their fault, but it might have been more on the snapper. It was a wild snap for it to be the last play of the game. I would imagine equating it to, and I know you can relate to this, CT, when you get a pass thrown to you and you drop it because you looking at what you about to do upfield as opposed to locking it in. And I think that the same thing happened with the center where he was so focused on the block that he was like, just get it there and make sure nobody gets through.
And blew the coverage type shit.
Blew the snap, right.
Oh, yeah. Snap. Yeah. Yeah, damn. I mean, Miami's still not there. Miami's just that raw team, but they're still not there, if that makes sense. Like,
they still in it though.
No, that for sure. But I mean, like, when it comes down to at the end of the day, that's going to be their downfall. Like, Mike McDaniel. Yeah, like exactly. Like Mike McDaniel, I like him. He's a great coach. He's nerdy. He's funny, but y'all are that raw talent trying to make things click, and they have so much talent. Like we said, the 2 fastest wide receivers, whatever in the league or whatever combination. But doesn't mean you're gonna win every single game. That you're gonna be the best team in the league. You know what I mean?
Not at all. But I mean, I do think that I think they're closer than teams give them credit for.
I mean, they're stacked. They should be.
Right.
I agree with that as well. But
they got Jalen Ramsey back.
That's what I was about to say.
They got Bradley Chubb. Well. You know what I mean? Like, they're not no slouches. Chase Claypool's there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
They got they're deep in the running back. Yeah, they're deep in running backs, right?
Is back.
The slot receiver ain't too bad. Like,
but what was that? You showed, I mean, we can get into it. You showed the ESPN Power Rankings. They got him at 5.
Yeah, that shit is wild. I don't know who wrote that shit, but that shit don't make sense. I need.
No, they got him at 5. NFL.com has him at 6. At 6-3.
Yeah, they still probably around that area.
They still in. I mean, first of all, they haven't had no buys. They're 6-3, and the only thing that they really got to figure out is, I would say, the Buffalo Bills. It could be the Chiefs, but the Chiefs, I feel like they have. they have that would be it. Now if it's Cincinnati, they got them at 9 on ESPN. And they 5-3. Cincinnati and the Dolphins could be an interesting game. Buffalo, I feel like they got, they kind of got bad blood.
Yeah, they on and off sometimes. I don't know.
Hey, that's. I guess that's the word I was looking for. They're just on and off.
Right.
That's the problem with the Dolphins. They lack consistency.
But right now they scratching at the door again, and you're ahead of the team that you lost to last year in the Bills.
But
not in the power rankings. They got them at 3 for some reason.
But right now, theoretically, you got to see. Let's say they got to see Kansas again. Let's say AFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? My money on Patty Mahomes with less.
Nah, I
you
would
know
put
what I'm
my
saying?
money on the Dolphins.
Oh hell nah. Especially not no playoffs. Andy Reid and Patty Mahomes in the playoffs. Come on, look at their record together.
No play.
The proof is in the pudding.
But at the same time, the Cincinnati Bengals was undefeated against Kansas City until last year.
All right, so we could even throw that matchup in. I'm fine to go with either or. Bengals and Dolphins.
Now the Bengals and Dolphins, that's what I'm saying. I would lean a little bit more Cincinnati because they haven't had the games like they have with the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Once you get games like that where you taste it and it gets pulled away from you,
right?
You start to get I want them. That's who I want. Bengals, you haven't really had that altercation with like that, and I can see them showing y'all something y'all weren't quite ready for. Unless Xavier Howard and Jalen's on their game.
So they might not want the Ravens this year.
I'm not sold on them, man.
I am.
And the crazy thing is, I looked up ESPN. Well, you sent me ESPN, Malcolm. I looked up NFLs. They both got the Ravens at 2. My whole thing with that is your most notable win as a Baltimore fan, well, your most notable wins, I should say, are the Bengals. You beat 27-24, and then the Lions you beat 6-38. You haven't played nobody. As the Ravens, you haven't played nobody. You lost to the Colts 22-19.
That's why I try to tell CT.
And then you lost. Then you lost to the Steelers 10-17. But when you think about all the teams, like think about Miami, who's been going up against Kansas City, Buffalo, all them, y'all ain't seen them. Y'all ain't seen them yet. Y'all struggle. Well, I don't want to say y'all because I know you're not a Baltimore fan, but since you're advocating for Lamar to win MVP, y'all struggled against the Cardinals, who just got blew out by Deshaun Watson.
Hey, a win is a win. You gotta go
but
get
no, it's not just a win is a win when we talking about
they got
MVP.
My boy at second. They got him as second MVP.
We talking about MVP. A win is not a win. We need to see how you win. Nah, G. We need to see how you win. What stats did you win with?
Yeah, exactly.
And Lamar. There's no reason why Lamar should be struggling against the Cardinals.
I would put CJ up for MVP before I would put Lamar. That's the question.
Well. You are tweaking.
I would as well.
What?
Because Lamar has at least somewhat of a squad.
What CJ got?
CJ didn't have nothing starting that. He didn't have nothing starting that season out.
Nothing.
Now he found a home in Nico Collins, and he's found some players that he likes to target. But as far as a team as a whole,
didn't he just break a record as a rookie last game in a comeback win against the Bucks? So what are we tweaking about? You know what I mean?
Give MVP for that?
No. The point that I was
before that. What did he do the week before that?
But
what you mean? He's been consistent pretty much every week.
He's been consistent, getting 300 yards a game, other than 2 weeks of the season.
Right.
He lost to the Cardinals the week before that.
But that's not what they're. But that's not what they're basing it off
Baltimore almost did.
Oh my God! Almost.
But I'm saying though, y'all got the better team. You got the better organization. Why is
right?
Don't give him MVP over Lamar.
Because
hell, why would you not?
What?
Currently.
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up.
Just because it looks better.
I mean, that's what they look at. That's what they look at, right? Currently, if that was the case,
man, cut it out.
I'm about to pull
Lamar,
up the 2 stats.
You see, second front runner, not far behind Patty Mahomes.
Crazy.
And I'm not trying to hate on Lamar because keep it a buck. He should damn near be MVP every year. Well, aside from the fact that he misses at least 25% of it with injury. But when you expected to be the quarterback and the running back, you should be up there with the MVP race.
That's why I put him there before the season started.
But this year he ain't been going off with his legs like that. Not like previous years.
No, not like previous years.
Yeah, not at all like previous
because he can throw it to Andrews.
So he has a higher completion percentage right now.
Yeah,
but total passes thrown are crazy as fuck as well. Lamar throwing passes like that. This nigga's completing like 17 passes a game, shit like that.
But CJ's killing him in yards. And I wouldn't say killing him, but he's beating him in yards.
CJ throwing like 30-something.
Well, if you want to be honest, CJ's thrown for 2,270. Lamar's thrown for 1,954.
So damn it, 2,000. So
CJ, 14 touchdowns, 1 interception. Let's not forget he just threw his first interception like a couple games ago. Like he was right. CJ's rating for the season, 102.9. Lamar. Rating for the season, 96.6. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. 100.8. 100.8. 9 touchdowns. 9 touchdowns. 3 interceptions.
Yeah, CJ looks a lot better on paper than Lamar would for the MVP.
Come on now, CT Ski. 14
wait. You saying
what's
based
Lamar
on
rushing
stats?
Touchdowns? You got to put that in effect when you talk about Lamar. Come on now.
I couldn't.
Okay, I could get that information. It's right here.
And I agree with you.
He probably almost got 1,000.
You
probably got about 10.
Almost 1,000 yards.
Lamar has 5 rushing touchdowns. 5 rushing touchdowns for 440 yards.
440, okay. I gave him too much, and you still ain't equaling out to CJ.
And guess how many fumbles he got? CT.
How is it not equal out to CJ's when he got?
CJ got 17 touchdowns, 1 interception. Lamar has 9 passing.
Well, CJ has 14. He has 14. He has 14 and 1. But
so
still,
it's equal. But see, here's the thing, and this is the same criticism I've always given Lamar: is if I wanted you to be a running back, I'd line you back there behind a fullback.
But it's easier to do it from the quarterback spot.
Since you're a quarterback, though, I expect
it's not easy.
It's like Wildcat.
I expect your quarterback stats to be comparable to other top quarterbacks if we're putting you in an MVP standpoint. And 9 and 13 means that you're getting intercepted 33% of the time.
But he only got 3 picks?
9 and 3. That's
not bad at all.
That's 30%.
So he's played 9 games, thrown 3 interceptions. Yep, that's 33%. He's also, let me shout this out. Through 9 games,
ain't thrown a pick since week 2?
Through 9 games, Lamar's fumbled 5 times. He's fumbled 5 times through 9 games so far.
Okay.
So if you're going to be a running back as well, ball security is clearly an issue. All I'm saying is MVP talk is wild.
Sometimes it's a snap between him and the running back. It be those type of little things.
You do get. But
it happens.
Even your pitches are supposed to be on point.
Yeah, he did. So some of them, it ain't like he just running the ball and
But
fumbling.
I'm saying make sure you get the ball to your target.
Yeah, y'all
you can't
trying to
be
make it seem
pitching
like
sloppy
he
or
just.
handing off sloppy.
I
And
mean,
we
but I
know
bet
that-
you some of the fumbles are real fumbles. I bet you a
Yeah,
few
no,
of them
a
are.
lot of them
One
are.
or two.
At
No,
least 3 of them
bet
Out
you
of
the
the
majority. I bet you the
Man,
majority.
I'm
At
gonna go
least 3
send
of
y'all
them
the
are.
tape, man.
At least 3 of them are.
The
Gotta
handoff.
be.
So
New running backs in there all the time.
and then
He just
another
had a
thing,
rookie kill for him.
and then another thing you got to put into account is we just said that the most notable wins by the Ravens are the Bengals and the Lions. How many times are they going into a game this season?
And they just beat the Seahawks.
How many times are they going into a game this season as the favorite?
A lot.
A lot. How many times are the Texans going into a game as a favorite?
None. So he get rookie of the year.
Isn't that what
He
that
definitely-
means?
He definitely get rookie of the year,
Isn't that
but
what
Don't give MVP.
But most valuable player means that if I can take the worst team and make them this, I'm pretty valuable to my
If he
organization,
take
right?
him to the Super Bowl,
But
you got me there.
think about the contract that Lamar Jackson just fucking got. This
And
is
he's
by
living up to it.
far not his best year. By
Living
leaps
up to
and
it.
bounds, not his best year.
He's killing this year.
This is his best year as far as availability. Not
MVP year,
statistically.
other than his MVP year. Wow.
Listen, all I'm saying is it's very wild.
What is this another MVP
there
year?
right
That's all
now
I'm
for
saying.
MVP. That's
Mm-mm.
wild.
He was MVP. He had a similar season. He's gonna just dominate as the season keeps going.
If he's
I
available,
put Tua over MVP or over Lamar.
Boy,
You know what?
stop!
I can
I
make
didn't
an
even see
argument
Tua on the
for it.
list.
I can make an argument for it.
He is not showing up in no big games. Stop it.
But look
he
at
hasn't
his
been showing up in
stats.
big games. No, he hasn't. But
Look
y'all
at his
haven't.
stats.
Y'all
He's
haven't
garbage
played any.
points,
That's
man.
what I'm
Right, y'all
getting
haven't
at.
played any big games like he right.
The
played the
Seahawks, the
Eagles.
Lions. You see what they do when they do play them?
Look at them teams, the Seahawks
bruh,
and the Lions.
They are only letting teams put up 13 points in this day and age of football. Stop playing. Like,
First of all,
Stop
the Lions
playing.
ain't even in the AFC.
I don't care.
He said,
Neither-
he
neither
almost
the
said exactly.
Seahawks.
Did you hear? He said, I don't care.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying
Neither
they're
is the
not
Seahawks.
in the AFC,
They're-
so
you're-
we don't
you're
even
talk-
know how you fare.
You the one that brought up the
top-tier
Lions.
AFC teams. You haven't played Kansas City. You haven't played the Dolphins. You haven't played Buffalo.
Well, that was his point, CT, is to tell you who they play compared to who they haven't
Right.
played.
But you
That's what
see
he
the
was getting.
teams they play when they destroy these teams. Like you see the Seahawks. What the
No
Seahawks just do? Put up
shit.
3 points.
Oh shit, man, that is.
But
funny.
CT, when you go against an opponent and you know from the jump that they ain't got it, I got this. How hype are you supposed to get after the win
You're
when
not
you knew what
thinking
you was
that out
going
of
to
here.
do?
You didn't know you were gonna do that.
Have y'all played the Jets? I don't even think y'all played the Jets.
The Ravens? No, the Ravens ain't played the Jets.
Listen, and that's another one that I can definitely see Lamar struggling in. Definitely, man.
Odell getting going now.
Listen,
what did he
get
gets
last
starting to
game?
get Ugly.
Uh,
Who Odell? 7 catches, or 5?
I'm trying.
TD.
No, where was last
His
game?
first TD as a Raven
Last
It
game
kills
was
it ugly.
last week for the Ravens.
against the Seahawks. I think.
That was against the Cardinals.
No, it wasn't.
Last week?
They played the Cardinals the week before that, but then the past week they played the Seahawks, right?
Yeah, this week I didn't write down his stats.
damn, come on,
Dominate.
Boston.
I definitely didn't write down his stats for this week. But what
He
if the
probably didn't even play
what if the
four.
Seahawks
They
been
probably didn't-
doing?
Right, exactly.
What
What,
have
the
They're
fuck
they
probably
they
been
been?
6-3.
They're 5-3.
Or who have they
5-3.
played?
Like
And
what?
look, who have they played?
That's
Nobody.
another question.
It's the NFL. What do you mean who they played?
Hey, there's nobodies in the NFL.
It's
Let's not
8
lie.
games. They play some people in those 8 games.
Lamar
Stop
Jackson
playing.
was 21 for 26, which is a great completion percentage. 187 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's not
You
an
don't need 'em.
MVP fucking
Hey,
performance.
no turnovers. That's all that he needs
So
to
they
do.
had.
Is
So you mean to
keep
tell me
getting that football down the
G, that's
field.
not what MVPs do. You mean to tell me that your team had 37 points and you didn't account for none of them?
He didn't count for none of them.
Well,
Go
none
watch
of them
the tape.
passing.
You
None
got to
of them
watch the
passing.
tape to understand
None
it.
of them passing.
You got to watch the tape to understand it. You can't just be like, "Oh, look at the stats." Like that's like calling.
Nah,
That's
he
Jay.
didn't
That's
account
like
for none of them rushing.
look at the setups. Look at the handoffs. Look at the rookie he put in.
He
They put
said,
in
"Look
the
at the
rookie. He had
handoff."
like 70 yards.
That
The
handoff
rookie
was
had like
beautiful as shit.
I'm telling you, Chris, it's raining out there too in
Listen,
Seattle.
did you see the laces facing out when he handed the ball off to that running back? It was
I didn't
perfect.
see the Cardinals doing it. I didn't see. Yeah, like
Man, that is just wild, G. That's wild. That's wild.
each week he's willing his teams to win 30-some points. Like
Now, you may not be wrong there. But that doesn't account for MVP. When we're looking at MVP, we're looking at the stats on
man,
paper.
it's still the middle of the season. He got guys out. He got Dobbins out. Like guys has not even been playing for real, man. Like
You right.
he makes it happen.
Dobbins is a running back version of himself, of Lamar
But I'm
Jackson.
just saying, it's always somebody on his team out.
Lamar's out, so he can't be mad at another motherfucker's out.
No.
Yeah.
He playing through injuries right now too.
Well, I'm not saying right now. Again, I'm not saying currently right now. But name me a season that he played more than 75% of.
MVP season.
That was the second
He lost
year.
in the first round, and then he lost to the Chargers one year. He's played a lot of.
Not more than 75% of the season.
He played a lot of football.
He's played a lot of football. Yes, he has. But you're being a lawyer right now because that's not saying that what I'm saying isn't true. He doesn't play all seasons. He never has played all season.
He's gonna play all season this year, man. I'm telling you, he want the MVP back. And
now,
some of the
there we
season
go.
Wanting it
and expected to get it are two different things. And again, I'm not saying that he doesn't have the talent to get MVP, but not the way you throwing the ball right now currently. It's not going to happen.
He could have came back last year, but they wasn't paying him, so he got paid. He's good now. It's all good.
So why you pulling in Ezekiel Elliott?
What you mean? No, don't compare him to Zeke.
Why are you pulling? No, I'm saying why you pulling one. I ain't say why you acting like. But why you pulling in Ezekiel Elliott? Why, when you get your biggest contract of your life, your stats start to go down? That's trending backwards. In the
MVP talks, I think they're doing good.
That's trending backwards, my boy.
You and Patty.
Fucking stupid.
No Justin Herbert.
So from that standpoint, yes, y'all are rowing in the same goddamn boat. You and Ezekiel Elliott.
We rolling.
Now y'all are on no way, shape, or form the same tier of player. But yes, you are in the same boat in that regard.
Man, I hope dude win that MVP. That'll be so nice.
And I eat my crow like Thanksgiving. What you saying? I be the first to be like, I was hard on him and I was wrong as fuck. But right now, all I'm saying is,
at the moment,
right, if you got him up like ESPN or NFL.com or whatever the fuck at number 2 for MVP, you're fucking smoking meth.
I
think
that's right.
Amphetamines. You're intaking amphetamines.
With less talent, I think he's doing all right.
With less talent than what, last year?
I'm just saying these other teams.
Well, see, that's different in itself, and that's one thing I will say I'll side with Lamar on is he been screaming for help. But at the same time, I feel like you deserve your most money, the most money you can get. But what you think we gonna be able to get for you after we pay
certain
you.
point.
You know what I'm saying? After we give you all of this bread, what you think we gonna be able to get for you? And I think that they did a decent job with the leftover money on getting him help. He has more help than he's had in the past 2-3 years.
For sure.
So why is it that stats are dwindling as opposed to increasing? Especially after we paid you all this money. And it's still a short period of time. 9 games after you got a lifetime contract is a very short, sample
We still got
size.
8 games to go.
Right. It's a short sample size. I will agree with that. But I'm just saying it doesn't look good from a standpoint of questioning if you are 2023 NFL MVP.
You're gonna have one of them 400-yard throwing games in the mix.
And I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll get close. I don't know if he'll break. I don't know if he'll hit 4 or break it, but I'm sure he'll get close. He'll get a high 300-yard game within the last back half of the season.
4 TDs, you know what I'm saying? Against a good team, you're gonna have to start playing.
No, that's when you stretching it. Against a good team is a stretch.
That's where he's gonna have to start playing them good teams I was talking about.
Yeah, you are right. It's gonna take that kind of game to get past.
And then it's gonna show. It's gonna show, and we're gonna say, "Well, here we go again." Lamar couldn't get over the hump. Lamar couldn't get over the hump because that's always been a talk about Lamar. Can't get over the hump in the playoffs.
I don't know if it's so much that over the playoffs, yes, okay. When you added that last statement, yeah. But I was just about to say, I don't know that it's so much getting over the hump as it is availability. When you're not available in the back half of the season, it throws your rhythm off. And now all of a sudden you're expected to get over the hump in the playoffs? Right. Fuck, I need to get my rhythm back before I can get over the hump.
Right.
And that's when availability plays in a factor. And I hate hearing people say, well, injury, they can't help that. It's a part of the game. It is a stat.
Right. It happens.
In Madden, you can look at injury stats and they'll tell you how high the injury is. It's a stat. You have to be resilient.
Yeah, it's a part of it.
It's war. Not so much anymore. Now it's a simulated war. Back in the day, it was war. Well, motherfuckers was getting their finger cut off just so they can get back in the game. That was when football was real life war. But we've somehow veered towards the WWE within the past few years.
Thanks.
Well, you gotta get it how you live.
Now it's turning into more entertainment than actual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, that's all the money, though. That's just the business.
I just hope the NFL powers that be notice that motherfuckers is like, wait a minute. Are y'all trying to pull a fast one? You know what I'm saying? Now at least I feel like the next couple seasons, they got to be like, okay, we got to play this one a little even.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't the lottery no more. We got to give somebody a shot to win that they didn't expect.
Right, we gotta try to make this shit fair. Yeah, It's all about them Vegas. It's all about that Vegas shit, like you said.
I don't doubt that they said it, and we just reap what we sow because they said it. They're gonna legalize gambling, and you gonna start questioning how much of the game is really the game and how much is set up based off of bets.
Man,
they said that shit word for word, not how I just articulated it, but they said it word for word.
I wouldn't doubt it.
And now we just watching shit like, wait a minute. It's cameras every fucking where. How do refs get to move the ball?
And change shit.
Yeah, on measurements and shit. Like, how do you get to do that and nobody says anything?
Right. Refs calls right.
How do the referees get to admit, or the NFL Association get to admit that calls were incorrect and that you can't change or rectify it? That team lost because of that. Matter of fact, people lost money because of that.
Right. Exactly. Motherfuckers is missing out on shit. Yeah, they don't care. Little scheme.
Yeah, so motherfuckers, I'm just saying, motherfuckers are starting to wake up a bit, NFL. So it'd be in your best interest if you at least allowed a season or two of just competitive football. No games, no
Right.
swindles involved.
None of that trickery.
You know what I'm saying? Get rid of the
Mm-hmm.
fucking refs. What are the refs out there for?
To
No, real
Give them
manage
talk.
the
away.
game.
No,
To
real
manage
talk.
the game.
Nope. Because we talked about Belichick and we talked about an old way of doing things. What the fuck is the point of refs when you got people that are paid over in a whole nother state in New York and New Jersey to review plays to see if it actually happened in real time? You don't fucking need a ref then.
Break up fights.
You need security. You don't need a guy on the field.
These niggas said you need security. Security! Can you
How about
imagine?
pay the
Good!
motherfuckers that are supposed to be watching the game and making the calls in the first place? And they can just microphone or walkie-talkie down to the head security guy who said, hey, the powers that be said, fucking pass interference. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Stop booing me. Because I was thinking the other day, like, you got to think a lot of that shit is ruled by committee. You feel me? Like, you could be the head referee, and if the shit gets deliberated upon and you get outvoted on, you got to still go out there and make that call. And I was thinking to myself, like, then why don't you see, like, that's very professional of them that you never see a ref, like, I guess pass interference, 15 yards for the defense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because he could have been the guy that voted no, I don't agree with the pass interference call.
Right.
But because you got overruled or somebody came through your headset and said, nah, this is that, you then got to come out and make that call like you was the one who wanted it in the first place. They professional. NFL must got chips in a nigga back, or they got motherfuckers. I don't know what's going on, because the way calls have been made, I never could fathom how people could just blatantly you gotta be a serial killer to just walk out there and be like, no call on the play, no pass interference, no holding, it is a touchdown.
Right.
And you know, I ain't never seen a ref under in their 20s. You fucking watched enough football to know that what you just said wasn't true. And then you just say it like a psychopath Ted Bundy killer. No call on the play. Results in a touchdown. That's crazy. WWE, they Vince McMahon in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's a new verb. Fuck capping. These niggas is Vince McMahon in this motherfucker.
Hey. They ain't playing.
Listen.
They ain't playing.
But, yeah, I don't think it was much. We didn't talk about that Bengals. Bills took that L. Where is Coach Mike?
Right. Bills took a L-ski. But I knew it, though.
L.
You know, I called that Joey B. Bills, that's another team. Bills is a good team.
Yeah, he was the only one.
You know what I mean? But they're not consistent.
They aren't.
The Dolphins. They're both very good teams. They're just not consistent.
But you know what? Removing me being fans of any other team, I would much rather rock with the Bills than the Dolphins. That's not how I feel personally. But just like me removing my personal feelings, I would rock with the Bills because the Bills are inconsistent because Josh Allen is always taking chances.
Mm-hmm.
He's always taking a chance. Whether he's running the ball or throwing the ball, he's always taking a chance. He's been getting one interception for the past 3 games, and all of them are on chances being taken. I feel like Tua has been a little bit more reserved, where it's like, I'm not going to take that chance.
Right.
We'll just lose because I'm not gonna throw it. I'm not gonna take
Right.
the chance. And
Right.
it's like you got two of the fastest wide receivers. You got a lot of what's the word? Backup cast in Braxton Berrios,
Supporting cast.
not Blankenship, Craig River Craycraft,
Chase Claypool.
Chase Claypool. You got a lot of people out there. You have to take chances.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck your stats, G. If you throw an interception, you throw an interception. You got a good defense. You have
Right.
to take chances. You have to get these dubs. And I don't see you winning a Super Bowl without taking some chances. That's why the Bills always seem to get closer. Because they're at least going to take the chance. You know what I mean? You're not even taking chances.
Yeah, but their chances they've been taking lately have been costly when they take them.
Lately.
You know. So it's like.
But I also give him a pass with that as well. You want to know why?
Why?
Because we know for facts Josh Allen has been playing through injury for the past 2.5 seasons. He's not going out. I'm not sitting. We don't even know who the backup quarterback is in Buffalo. I'm not sitting for shit. You can't get Josh Allen to sit. So a lot of those issues, interceptions, bad decisions, you don't know how much of it is based off of his quarterback IQ, awareness, or I'm just fucked up right now and I'm not about to pass it off to anybody else.
Kyle Allen?
I don't even know who that is. You mean Keenan?
Josh's cousin.
You mean, yeah, I guess so, huh? He said,
Josh and Kyle Allen.
He said, I got a job for you. I promise you'll never see the field.
Let's see where Kyle Allen's from.
That's why that nigga playing through injury. Because he like, if it say Wyoming, I'm going to know something. Well, Josh just went to Wyoming. He isn't from there, is he? Bless you.
Josh is from Cali. Thank you. Josh is from Cali.
Okay, he just went to Wyoming.
Old dude's from Arizona.
Listen,
That's
we
close
all
enough, huh?
listen. We all used our grandma's address to get into a different school or play for a different team. You hear what I'm saying? That's happened. Well, I don't want to say we all, but listen, you might be on to something. It might be we might have to have a Hit the Showers conspiracy episode. Cause
Josh
nigga,
and Kyle.
That's why you ain't sat out no games, because they gonna blow our cover if you gotta hop in the game.
Josh is 27. Kyle is 27.
They could be Irish twins. That might be
Hey, did y'all see where they
bad to say. I'm sorry, that's just how I know the term. That might be.
We love everybody.
Yeah,
we love everybody.
I know a lot of niggas that had kids with the same birthday or the same birth year that was not born at the same time. So
right,
it ain't just the Irish.
Right. Motherfucker a fool. Did y'all see that meme going around where they did a comparison with Brock Purdy and John Harbaugh saying they look alike? Have y'all seen that? Y'all gotta see that. I was like, John Harbaugh and Brock Purdy, an older and younger version, very similar. I was like, damn, they might be onto something. Yeah.
They saying that Purdy is an illegitimate Harbaugh.
Right, type shit. I say y'all wrong.
Nah.
I could see that though.
You can see it.
Low key.
Nah, I can see it from like a Manning family thing, but the Harbaughs, nah.
Yeah.
The one that coached the Ravens?
Yep.
That's John, isn't it?
Jim's the Michigan.
All right.
Team up north.
Oh, you said that was John's baby.
Yeah, the Ravens
Brock
coach.
Purdy is John's.
Yeah, they look. If you do a little side by side, it's funny. It is interesting. I'll say that.
I was about to say the Ravens coach. Yeah, I can see that.
I was like, damn. I was like, damn.
I mean,
It's
but
like
they
his
don't look
doppelganger,
far
like his
off.
like his doppelganger father type shit.
They don't look
That's
far off though.
right. They don't.
John and Jim.
Oh, John and Jim.
Yeah, they don't look far off.
You could tell they're somewhat related, but I wouldn't. I I wouldn't mistake them for each other if that makes sense.
Hell no.
But hey, they said
Hell
C.J.
no.
Stroud. They said C.J. Stroud threw for 470 yards in that game against the Bucks.
Yeah,
Set
most
a
of it. Yeah, he threw like
set a
4 touchdowns too.
set a single game rookie passing record. That's
I
what I'm
did see
I think
saying,
he
that.
man.
had four receivers had over 100 some yards.
Yeah, I did see that.
Damn.
Yeah, nah, I'm not
Yeah.
buying it. I see the side by sides and all
Do
that.
you see it?
And I even see them splitting their faces down the middle. Yeah, I see the resemblances, but I don't see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know that they said genetically and based off of mathematics, you have 7 people in this world that look exactly like you.
I can see that.
Like within 90% facial feature recognition, exactly like you.
I see 6 CTs a week. No, I'm just playing.
He said,
But
you
yeah,
got
I
him a
can see
dozen
that.
CT. He said, you know
Right.
Travis Kelce CT.
Uh,
Don't let that nigga do you like that. You know how many niggas I see with them glasses with the nose attached?
Not many. Not many.
Oh shit.
Not many.
But yeah, I ain't got nothing else. What we got for these pick'ems? Let's do it. Mark gotta get knocked off this week.
They already got mine locked and loaded. Just let me know.
Mark gotta get knocked off this week. Let's start with the Thursday night game.
Colts by 7.
Thursday?
Ain't that the?
I
What's
thought
the
it was
Thursday
the Panthers
game?
Bears.
When I went in order earlier, picked them.
It's the
Started off
Bears.
with Thursday.
Yeah.
Is it?
Panthers Bears?
Who the Bears play? I forgot who they
The
played.
Panthers. I thought that was. Let me look it up just to make sure. Let me find out. I need to start site checking.
The Thursday game is
Yeah, Panthers Bears, November 9th.
okay. Well, I got that on here too.
Who you got?
Damn, is it not on here? I guess I didn't do it. Damn, no, I don't have that on here.
I'm going
Bears
with the
by
Bears.
10.
You going Bears 10? I'm going Bears 6.
You said Panthers
Thanks,
versus
Bill.
Bears. Hold on, do I not have that on here?
We'll do
I'm
Colts
looking.
Pats next, since I know that's the top of your.
All right, so then I'm gonna go with Bears. I'm gonna go with Bears by 6.
Bears 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bears
Trying
6.
to hardball me.
No, Bears 6.
Colts Pats.
Colts by 7.
Colts 7.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good old Minshew.
That's the one we win. We win by 7. Pat.
I think they're playing in Indy. I don't know.
No, they playing in New England.
Are they playing New England? Okay.
I'm going
Cold
Colts 3.
outside.
You think
He said
Indy?
cold outside.
You
They
think
used
Indy
to that.
worry about that cold?
They know the code.
I'm going Colts 3. Browns Ravens.
Ravens by 10.
Ravens by 14.
Ravens 14.
That's not 21. No.
Browns 7.
Was Deshaun back?
Yep, Browns
Yep.
7.
But he been hurt, man.
He
Jets.
didn't even play that good against the Cardinals.
You crazy as fuck. Well, I won't say he didn't do great. He looked a little shaky, But his
He
deep
didn't
ball,
look that
deep
good.
ball was on point, baby. Didn't even have to move. Receiver didn't even have to turn back to look for it. They could have just held their arm out and just ran in stride and it'd have been there.
Didn't impress me.
Man, you crazy as shit. He was 19 for 30, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 107.5 rating. Sound like a fucking radio show, baby. Stop playing with my guy.
The
And
defense played great.
stop playing
Put
with
him in good position.
my masseuse enthusiast. Next game, Jets Raiders, and I want to hear your monologue, Mount.
Raiders by 3. And you want me to tell you why I picked what?
Yeah,
Is that what you
whatever
mean?
your monologue was.
Well, I mean, y'all been on a hot streak. Josh Jacobs, let me see something. Per
Raiders
NFL
14 for me.
Ooh.
Raiders 14, C2.
They look nice under Paris.
I had Raiders 6.
My reasoning is per NFL.com, Josh Jacobs was found saying the victory over the Giants. He said the vibe and the energy is just electric. You know, y'all had a good game. He got some usage. You know, Devontae needs the ball more, but that defense was really rolling. It looked like, you know, you played. Yeah, like, looks like you're like rejuvenated. You know, you're riding off a wave right now. And the Jets, you know, they're not. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got a good defensive back, stuff like that, but I think Devontae.
Bad, though.
Right, he ain't. But I think
been throwing interceptions. He ain't been throwing touchdowns either.
But he's got to face Max. He also ain't had Max Crosby chasing after him. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean. That decision making ain't always the best.
I won't say he had Max Crosby, but last week he was 33 for 49, 263 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But he had 8 sacks, 57 hurries, and he did that. That's amazing to me.
And who was that against?
The Chargers.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, Joey Bosa and motherfucking Khalil Mack.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Justin Herbert, 16 for 30, 136 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions.
But the Chargers are they're also in that category of what we say they're a good team, but they're not consistent. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not saying the Raiders are consistent, but y'all riding off a wave right now. Again, it's a different feel in the air right now. Whatever you want to say, like y'all are on some other shit right now.
You right about that.
You know, I think y'all carry that momentum. You know, I think y'all do.
You right about that.
And I think they'll get Devontae active.
Allen Lazard almost got his life taken by Alohi Gilman. Yeah, Zach almost got him killed. That's a fact. But yeah, I'm going Raiders 6 on that. I agree with you on everything you said. Next game, Broncos Bills.
I called that one. Ooh, I have Bills by 17.
I got the Broncos by 6.
Oh my gosh, this nigga wow, Joe.
Broncos
play good sometimes. I don't know.
Broncos lead in the most passing and rushing yards and touchdowns scored on defensive wise. I read on NFL.com.
Bills 24. 24 piece.
Might do them worse than the Dolphins did them.
Man.
Rest in effect.
Texans Bengals.
Easy money. I called it Bengals 17. How much, CT? 21. I said 17, Cliff.
Oh my gosh.
For y'all MVP, y'all
Bengals 21. Joe Burrow looking very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And the wide receivers is going to get active.
Yeah, I'm only going Bengals 10 though.
Okay.
I think it's a little closer. I think Bengals drag them into deep water, but you're going to see it a little closer in the first half.
T. Higgins looked too nice last week.
He did, boy. I think he had 181.
I need Tyler Boyd.
God, I said,
to get his.
Did they get this going?
Oh, no, 110. I don't know what the fuck
He
I
had
was
a
thinking.
tutty, I think, too.
Nah, he didn't. 8 receptions, 110 yards.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He just looked nice. I was like, yeah, this.
Yeah, he was. He was catching everything. Last game, Lions Chargers.
Oh, I already called that. I called it. Let's see, Chargers by 7.
What do you
Chargers.
say, Lions, Chargers?
Uh-huh.
I got the Lions by 14.
Oh, I had Lions 13. I had
I think,
Lions 13.
Montgomery might be back for the Lions.
I think that's a
David
tough game for the
Montgomery.
Chargers in general.
Nah,
Shouldn't be, but
Austin Eckler
they
going.
be losing.
Nah, I think it's a tough game for the Chargers in general.
Herbert got the hurt finger.
I know Eckler's been out, but shit. Y'all sitting at 4-4 for a reason, G.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I ain't got nothing. What y'all got? Y'all got anything to take us
I
out?
saw-
Any news? Anything?
I saw the games. Sure.
We still a little early.
Commanders, Seahawks.
Oh no, we didn't do all the games on the pitch.
No, I know. I was just looking at some. That Titans versus Bucks game might be interesting.
Yeah, I could
Okay.
definitely see that being.
But yeah,
But I also feel like
let's see.
that's the battle of the boat.
Well,
How-
Will Levis versus Baker, because both of them like to sling the ball, so that's going to be a good shootout. I
Did
feel
you
like that
see
game.
the clip of Will Levis eating the banana hole?
Nah, that shit's probably on some other shit though. I can
They
already
said he
tell.
got to deal with mayonnaise.
Yeah, he puts
Oh,
mayonnaise in his
man.
coffee. He puts mayonnaise in his coffee.
Lifetime deal with mayonnaise. That's crazy.
And the
That
motherfucker
shit is
eats
weird.
bananas in the peel.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I meant when I said eat it whole. I know eating it whole sounds like a stripper trick. I meant eating the peel, like the peel and the banana. Like motherfuckers was in the comments like this nigga's a psychopath. How are y'all letting him
Yeah, I
on the
can't
peel?
trust him. That combination don't make no
Eating
sense.
a whole banana with the peel. First of all, I don't even like the little stringy things that be in my mouth when I chew a banana, and I'm like, oh, I didn't get that vein up out of it.
Right. Yeah, that shit had me pissed off.
Or that bottom piece.
Man, I eat the bottom piece. But you know what I do is I split it open like a swisher, and I pull that black shit out of the bottom. You know how the bottom of it has that little black.
That's what I said. That bottom
Yeah,
piece.
I need to
is
get that
nasty.
up out of there. And you know what's crazy
You
is that's
said
probably.
you eat the bottom.
Yeah, I eat the piece. I just gotta break it open like a swisher, get that little black shit out of there, devein my shrimp. You know what I'm saying? And I pop that, but I'm not eating it with the fucking peel. Imagine if a nigga was to come out eating a banana whole. Do you know what these motherfuckers would be talking about? Do you know what they would be talking about? Ain't no
I'm surprised
fucking
I ain't seen that.
man. Ain't no Dole sponsorships. Ailments, nothing. Now these niggas gonna be talking crazy about my nigga. Oh, Orangutan Davis out here and shit. They gonna be talking crazy about my nigga.
That is funny.
God bless. I'm so happy that it was a white boy that did that shit. That's all I know. But eat your bananas how you eat them. I'm probably sure he might be onto something. You know, I'm probably sure the nutrients ain't in the shit that tastes good. It's always in the bone marrow and all that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in there to get all that. And he eating it from the peel, my G.
That is gross. It's got that nasty taste. I know it do.
Man, I couldn't do it. He a gangster for it. I might have to try it, but I won't record it because I'll be a Orangutan Davis.
Throwing up.
Listen.
I can't fuck with it.
I don't know. Maybe it's good for your skin. Who knows? Potassium.
Mm.
Man.
I almost said some crazy shit. I'm glad I kept that. I'm glad I kept that holstered because I was about to take it somewhere. Never know though. I will say to give you hints, pineapples do the trick. Never know what a banana peel would do. They might be doing more than slipping on that motherfucker. Is all I'm saying.
I'm fucking weak. He said it might be.
You know, pineapples do a trick. I'm sure bananas do them too. He may be onto something. That nigga might be from the future.
He said something.
But yeah, nah, I don't got nothing else. What y'all got? We hitting them. Who's hitting them?
And
I
them
got
ESPN rankings.
Shit,
rankings on the
NFL.com ain't no
football.
better.
Mine's
NFL.com, at least they got Eagles 1, Ravens 2 above the Chiefs, which is wild. They got Jags 4, Lions 5, Dolphins 6, 49ers 7, Cowboys 8. No, wait. Philly, Ravens, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Detroit, Miami at 6, 49ers at 7, Bengals at 8, and they got the Browns at 10.
Shucks.
But like I said, I think all that is just a ploy, like we talked about offline.
For
That's just a
Vegas,
ploy
yeah.
for Vegas. They just want motherfuckers voting on teams that ain't necessarily gonna get the win just because of these power rankings, because they don't make sense on either side to me.
Yeah.
Some teams are close, but as far as accuracy, I don't see them on either side. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, Hit'ems. I forgot who I had
Mine's
specifically.
go to ones that said LeBron wouldn't be who he was if he didn't go to Miami. Did y'all see that take?
Who?
They was talking about on ESPN and stuff like LeBron wouldn't be himself if he didn't go to Miami.
No, I didn't see that.
He commented on it too. He was like, "Of course I was gonna be myself." He was like, "It was just gonna be." He said, He said, "I'm the chosen one." He's like, "Of course I was gonna be like same route." Like, I think he probably would have won too if he would have went anywhere else too.
Yeah,
So.
anywhere else he'd have still got a couple, but I mean, I do think Miami gave him the confidence once he got the ring that he could just start, balling, being himself. But yeah, no, I don't agree with the statement. And you don't got a name? Put a name
And
on
of
them
course,
Hit'ems.
Stephen A. Smith was like, "Of course he needed Miami." Blah blah blah. Pat Riley.
Yeah,
Blah blah blah.
it's a part of the journey. Like everything is a part of the journey. You need your losses too. It just so happened that LeBron got wins in Miami.
And they don't
After that
realize he
first
lost.
year.
He would say, he lost that first year.
Yeah, to the Mavs, wasn't it? Yeah.
Skip Bayless always say
It was just say
LeBron had a meltdown.
he could have went to somewhere and brought Bosh with him anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they could have won anywhere else.
Right.
So I feel like too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shannon I agree.
And I was like, oh, even Shannon Sharp.
I mean, you brought one back to Cleveland. That's tough in itself. It's Cleveland.
Exactly. Right after that, he went like 5 straight after that. 5 finals after that.
So, yeah, you got it against a team who may have been the number 1 scoring team in NFL history or NBA history.
Oh yeah, for
in
sure.
The Warriors.
Down 3-1. Yeah.
Off a 73-9 season. Stop playing with me, man.
But they're probably saying if he didn't go to Miami, he probably would have been that way. I don't know.
Nah, he still would have been that way.
I swear he would have.
He'd have just been it with somebody else.
I swear somebody would have spoke some knowledge or something just the same way. Like,
yeah, nah, he'd have been
or he'd have played with somebody that just would have been good as D-Wade. Yeah, you're right. He'd have definitely been that same player though.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. I wish we had a name. I had a specific Hit'em. I can't remember who it was though. Damn, I'm not gonna give it to my guy Dalton Kincaid, even though he had that fumble.
That jump one.
Yeah, where he got flipped. That thing got flipped.
Flip.
I understand why
He
he
had
let the
no
ball
choice.
go.
His light flashed.
You
His
know,
light flashed before his eyes.
he was like, I need to make sure I land right. Fuck this ball. I get
They
it.
punched the ball out too, though. That's what it.
While he was flipping?
Yes.
That's tough.
But I don't know what he.
You cut out. You said you don't know what? Oh, cuz cut. Oh, I know who my hit'ems is.
Well, go ahead. Who is it?
I'm definitely giving a hit the showers to Josh McDaniels because you can't have the interim come in just like that and have a team ignited like that. Motherfuckers already out talking about the energy's better. Like that's a bad look for you.
Right. I mean, that motherfucker. I mean, look at his resume. Look at his body of work.
Yeah, I know. You riding that
I
T-bone
think they're gonna be
train.
all right.
Right.
Josh
But
McDaniels is a fucking dickhead.
I just thought of it. I got another one. I just put that shit in the chat
Jizzy
too.
from the block.
Fucking hit the showers to Caleb Williams' punk ass. After he lost to Washington, and I understand they said that was a tough game, a close game, a tough loss. I hear it. He told the reporters, they was asking him questions. He said, I just want to go home and cuddle with my dogs. Huh?
I mean, I don't know.
What?
Maybe that.
What kind of deflection is that?
Oh, okay. I see what you said.
Yeah, I'm about to find. I'll have to send you the whole.
Listen, ain't no Airbud golden receiver, motherfucker. Ain't no dogs about to come out there and save you next week. So
like you just been having a bad. Like you're not. Based off of your play at times lately and some of your words and different, you're not coming off. You know what I mean?
Maybe he's trying to kill his draft stock on purpose.
Right.
That could be a possibility. Who's number one right now? It's the Panthers, right? No.
For who? What? For what?
Number one pick. Somebody already got the number one pick locked in. I can't think of who it is.
For next year, you talking about?
Yeah, they have 1 and 2, don't they? Who is it? Is it the Panthers?
No, it's not the Panthers. It's the fuck. I know this too.
It's the Bears.
Yes,
it's the Bears.
I got the 1 and 2 next year. Mm-hmm.
It's the Bears.
Mm-hmm. Because that was the prediction. Though it'll get Marvin Harrison Jr. and I think it was Caleb Williams that had it, but I don't know. That wouldn't make sense to me.
And maybe he feel like he already said he don't want to come out to anybody he don't feel comfortable with. So maybe he feel like fuck the Bears. I fuck my draft stock up. I'm going to cuddle with the dogs. I don't know. Listen,
you got to see his demeanor in his video in the press conference, in the little whatever when you see in a little interview. It's just
I was about to say something else crazy.
It's interesting to say the least.
No hints for that. No hints for that. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But yeah, nah, I get it. Go home and cuddle with your dogs and hit them. Hit them showers with your dogs.
Right. you and them chihuahuas.
That nigga's the opposite of Michael Vick.
Right. You know, it's just different breed, different generation.
But shit, I ain't got nothing else. Y'all got something?
Nah, that's the last thing I had. Shit.
Y'all motherfuckers know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy.
Yeah.
Tell that nigga to troll. We out this bitch.
Just soak them.
About to eat with her. I'll see y'all boys.
All right, CT Ski.
All right, boy. Yep.
All right.